Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is Rift Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Use strong language. We aim to handle these topics with care and empathy. We encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please contact a qualified expert. Oh my goodness. Hey, everybody. How you doing? So, planning on doing runes today, but, I thought, I could start off today with a little bit of a discussion here. So, we're kind of falling off topic of what is scheduled. So, yeah, my hair's a bit of a mess, but hey, it is what it is. So, has anybody else today woken up and felt like you weren't where you were supposed to be? Like, almost like, it's like a feeling that it was, okay, yes, it's like I had this feeling. It was like I woke up and I was wondering where my house was, where my porch swing was. Why wasn't I there? Why didn't I have this? It's like, and my man felt the same thing. He was like, and he's been dreaming of it for like 3 days. So I'm not sure. And I looked into it a bit, and there seems to be a bit of playmate coming on as far as us traveling into different dimensions. Now I'm really starting to wonder here, because today I have felt a little confused and lost. It's really weird because you wake up and you're feeling okay, and everything here is yours. It's your stuff. But I feel out of place. Not like on the network or anything, because that is something that's still constant at the house, but where I'm living, the physical place I'm living. Why am I in the city? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in the country. I'm supposed to be surrounded by trees. So the whole thing is just like kind of thrown me a bit for a bit of a loop. Yeah, wow, this is definitely the way I woke up. I could have sworn I want to know where my house is. It was so freaky this morning waking up. And my man's had several issues as far as this as well. But I thought we'd start off with a little bit of chat. So not today, but maybe the past week, almost whooshy, feeling like just for a moment here and there. Yeah, exactly. So, and Nikki says, yes, hear you. So I know it's like, um, it's like, let's see what, I'm sorry, let's see what Michelle has said. I feel like I'm here, but not really here. Yes, that's it. That's exactly it. Everything is in like slow motion. Hard to explain, just weird. Yes. I feel like I'm here. I know I'm here, but I'm not supposed to be here. It's so weird. So, think I was exhausted from the weekend and pushing myself to be on time at the cabin to notice. You noticed it too? You noticed it too? It's like my office at my house is amazing. Okay? Literally. It's so weird. I have RNN paraphernalia all over the place. I can see it. I do giveaways with RNN paraphernalia. It's so weird. And I'm still doing this. And I've got my other little thing on the side, but it's like that's there. And now I'm here. And it's so weird. And JR, my man, he's like, okay, yeah. He says, I can picture it. I was out working on the back porch when the kids came over to visit, is what he was saying. So it's pretty freaky. It really is. It's like we got shifted. And it's like, I know I'm supposed to be doing runes today, but I could not shut up about this because I literally feel like I have been shifted into a different universe. Or am I seeing something coming to me in the future? Because normally I don't deal in the future. I don't do future. I do now and fix and let's see what's happening. But yeah, it's really, really very strange. Very, very strange the way that I'm feeling right now. And it's hard to explain. It's just very hard to explain. And I had this urge today to kind of clean everything out and fix stuff and get everything the way I'm going. But whatever this is, certain people and certain individuals, we will travel with them. We will. Like, I travel with him. Now, I had an incident before we get into this once before where I was literally leaving my body to travel some other place. And the strangest thing is I grabbed his spirit and started taking it with me. He woke us both up. I was like, dude, if I'm going, you're coming. Spiritualness or not, you are coming with me. So literally, I was dragging him with me, but yeah, but this was just different. I was sound asleep and I woke up and it's like, okay, where are my trees? Where are my plants? Where, Otis has a nice place outside to play and all these other things. It was just so freaky this morning. So yeah, it's weird. So I'm not sure what's going on. How many of us have shifted? How many of us haven't shifted? Is this another shift coming into another type universe? Because there are several different universes when we're looking at Earth, several different Earths. I mean, there's quite a few of them actually. And the higher up you open your third eye, the higher you do shift. And I understand that, but it was just very strange. It's like a part of me is missing this house. Okay, and my man who's native has had a dream 3 times about the same house. Now, I've seen the house before, but this is the first time I was actually walking around in it, and I was in my office, and then when I wake up, I felt off. Like, I know this is where I live, but it doesn't feel like home. If you guys can understand that. It's so weird. It really is. So we are traveling to evidently, and some of us have shifted into an alternate universe, is what we have. It's so weird. I mean, I'm looking at myself on camera and I swear to God, I'm saying, when did I get so old? I was like, what? Really? Where did this come from? This is not my hair. I mean, it's just, the whole thing is weird. It really is. It's just got me a bit thrown today and slightly off and weird, but wow. It's like, yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's not just go. So evidently Michelle shifted with us, Linda shifted with us. Let's see. I know Nikki shifted, Howie shifted. So we're a lot of us. I don't think we're done yet. I truly believe we are not done shifting yet. We are constantly moving. It's like this universe that we're in right now, this earth is preparing us for what is coming. So this is like the midpoint of another shift that is actually happening. So the whole thing has got, okay, I mean, is it going to be the same? And these are the things that I wonder about. Is everything going to be the same? I mean, is my mother going to be here or gone? Is, you know, when I shifted to that alternate universe again, you know, who is past, are they going to be here? Or it's very confusing to figure out what is happening, but becoming aware of certain things. So it's just, well, I can still crochet because that's something I learned, so that's good. But evidently, part of me took a little bit of neatness from the other one, so I've been straightening out a bunch of stuff today, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's really, this is me the last 5 months. Brolic has actually been feeling the same thing too. Yeah, I'll get into the readings in a minute, guys, but this is just a topic I had to throw out there because it just feels, yeah, nope, we're not done yet for Nikki. We're not. We are so not done with this shift. This is the midpoint. This is something that is going to have us moving into another higher dimension, another alternate level, which is why it's really important for us as individuals to try to expand our pineal gland, our third eye, as much as possible. And that's something I've been working with JR, because he's got two different things. Well, he's got three different aspects of them, but he has two separate entities with him. So he's learning to mash the two different type spiritual sides with him in order to come out. And he's been opening up quite a bit. So yeah, it was really cool that I actually took him with me that one time. So it's very weird. Okay, Nikki says, yeah, that's it. Nikki says, I feel like I'm already supposed to be moved already, and different major things are supposed to have happened already. Big things are coming. Yes, that's exactly it. You know, I mean, I don't believe in jinxing myself, but I don't know how exactly, but I know I ended up with a house, and it was nice. There were trees, yes, but the trees weren't clustered around the house. There was a lot of room around the house, a lot of grass. It was almost like a U-shaped driveway type thing where it's easier to get into, and it was just a lot of self-sufficient things that I think we were putting in there. We were definitely putting in some solar panels. We were trying to make a little bit more self-sufficient as far as energy and not bleed so much energy off of, gas and light. So we were trying alternate things to actually get the energy going. So there's some things that I do remember, and other things I actually don't. But the other thing I miss is my pool. I don't know how I ended up with all this stuff, I'll tell you, but in-ground, year-round pool. Okay? So evidently, I must have had money. So it's pretty odd, but it's the emotional aspect of being here and almost like you, Nikki, like you know there's another step coming. There is something else coming. But here's the good note, guys, okay? We'll get into the readings after this, but here's the awesome note, okay? Constance, my man, my dog, and guess what? The RNN. They were always apart as I was going. So the network, as we do things, we're expanding with the network as well. So there were some different shows and some individuals that weren't around in the other one, but there was a lot of really cool things coming up. So it was really pretty, whoa, throwing me for a whoa loop. Like, whoo, I'll tell you. So, I mean, I have my Oracle Rune cards here, is what I have, of course. And as always, I have my my emotional deck. I mean, you can tell this thing has been used. Look at this. Look it out. This thing's definitely seen better days, but it's one of my favorite decks. But I just figured I'd let you guys know that if you are feeling this, you're not the only one that's feeling this. So, but I'm telling you, how awesome would it be to know everything we know now and shift into a slightly younger self? Yeah, I love that. That would be awesome. But I still had Mr. Odie. Hi, Odie. So I still had Mr. Odie with me. Otis had a friend. So there's a lot that's same and a lot that's different. You know, I had my chickens, my duck, my geese, my greenhouse, all this stuff that I always, wanted to have and didn't have it, which is good. But it was some of the people that came with me during this shift. Some of the people that were with me in the middle of this shift are some of the people that I talk to, as far as not just like people in my family or my friends, but also on the network. Certain people on the network shifted like almost right along with me as well. So it was pretty cool. It really was. The whole thing was just very strange, and it really was very weird. The whole thing was. So, all right. So what do you say, guys? Let me turn this down just a bit. Okay. What do you say we get into some readings and see what's going on? I think I'm going to try combining a deck and a card. So I'm going to try something else and see how this works, because we did good with the rune cards last week. So that was awesome. So I'm going to do a rune card, and we're going to add in another deck to it to see what we come up with there. So we're going to do that. So let's say hello to a few people that are here. Hello, Linda. Hello, Nikki. How you doing? Howie, Michelle, welcome. Let's see, Linda Nielsen, welcome. Brolick, welcome over on YouTube. Angels Are Life, yes. So Miss Jean Kelly, how you doing, my dear? So yeah, so there's just a lot. So right off the bat, I usually go from the top, work my way down the list. But we have Linda, Nikki, Howie, if you want, let me know. Hello, Miss Kendra Maynard. So right now we're going to do Linda Nielsen, Nikki, and Michelle, the first three up as far as reading. So we're going to see what we come up with this time. So let me do some shuffling. We have Linda first. But yeah, that was a pretty whacked out situation, and I'm still feeling it right now. Really am. It's weird. So weird. It really is. Nice greenhouse, though. Nice pool. So weird. It was almost like we were off the grid, but on the grid at the same time. It's really weird. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Linda. Ooh. Okay, we have Kenny Sauce. Okay, what they're talking about right now is knowledge. Kenny Zaz talks about our knowledge, our inner knowledge. So they're saying that you are missing a piece of knowledge. So there is a piece to the puzzle. It's like you're building a puzzle, and you're missing a piece, you can't complete it. And that seems to be what's happening with you right now. You have that missing piece that's actually coming up for you right now, okay? And it's like you also have Enzeus. Now, Enzeus is what is known as Odin. It's the god rune, okay? So we're talking your ancestors. And they're saying not to look towards your ancestors for the answers for this. You also have Soilo, and then I'm going to get into the other one, which talks about the wheel of power. Things are going to start moving. What's holding you back is what they're saying is they're talking about the wheel. They're talking about the knowledge. It's like a piece of knowledge missing to what it is you need to complete. And those that are in like the new age type field, you're always researching, you're always learning something new, because it enhances what it is we do. So I do feel there is a piece missing. So I want to look at the wheel of the year here to see what's going on. Yeah, yin and yang is slightly off. It's like they're saying that you're feeling like you don't exactly belong yet, but that could just be because of the shift that we just had coming up. Yeah, these are all upside down. The only thing that is coming and they want you to shine is your individuality. They want that part of yourself to shine through. Put that little bit of you into everything you do, like a twist. Okay. For instance, we'll take Reiki. There are quite a few like Reiki master teachers out there, but everybody has their own part of Reiki that they do add into it. Some add chakras, some add the crystals, others will add the sound to it. What they're suggesting is that you do put that piece of yourself in everything that you do. That's the knowledge. So the knowledge is you having that ability to be able to move forward. It's not your ancestors or what they did or your teachers or those that are around you. It's what you know within your spirit, within your essence that you need to put towards you. That's going to be something that helps. Thank you very much, Renee. I appreciate it. So that was for Linda. So hopefully that does help, honey. Like now combining. So let me know what you think. So we have Nikki and then we have Michelle, right? Yes, Nikki and Michelle. What did Nikki say? I feel like we're already, yeah, it is definitely big pineal gland, guys. So get those pineal glands actually opened up. All right, so we have Nikki right now, and then we have Michelle. So this really is an extremely interesting topic. Yes, thank you. Hit point. Thank you, honey. All right, so we got Miss Nikki. We're going to do the combination again and see how it is that we're turning out. In case something, again, is upside down, we have a little bit of, ooh, Othello. Othello. Ooh, Nikki's got all right side up. Yes. So first off, in the runes, we have Othello, which is called Othello. A lot of people say, oh my God, it's Othello. No, it's actually pronounced Othello. Now, Othello has to do with inherited prosperity. Okay. Inheritance, prosperity also has to do with our genetics as well. So what we're dealing with in this particular room, we're talking about a lot of like genetic things are going to be coming forward. Also, prosperity is something that will be coming forward to you, which is actually pretty cool because they're saying that you do need that slight increase because you're going to actually be paying less. I don't know if that actually makes sense, but something's actually dropping down where it's going to help you financially. So that's really good. Then you have Soilo. Now, Soilo, of course, represents the sun, thunderbolt, wheel of the year, the way things turning. So things are actually, they're starting to turn. This is the new beginning, the new year. So if you're expected to already be moved, you're going to be moving is what they're saying. So that it's coming into action. It's turning to where it is supposed to be going, which is pretty good. Then we have Heligas. Now, Heligas is actually air transformation, egg, like life. Egg of life, chicken hatches an egg, life comes out of it. So this talks about egg. Now, Heligas is pretty awesome because that transformation with that wheel turning the way that it's supposed to be, I do see that things are going to be progressing pretty good, and I didn't shuffle these up enough. Yeah, the other ones. So those are pretty good. We have Othilo, Zoilo, and Haligas is what we have. Now they're not pronounced the way that they're spelt, which is weird, but hey, it is what it is. All right. Whatever that cage is that you're in, it's a lightweight cage, so you're going to be able to get yourself out of there. It's not something that's going to hold you. Don't contain your spirit or yourself for anybody else. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Don't contain yourself. Allow your energy to flow. Allow you to flow out freely. Okay. You're going to have a lot of honest peoples and honest individuals coming in around you, which is something that's pretty awesome. They're also saying that if it doesn't, just like cleaning out your closet, you need to do this spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. People, places, and things is what they're saying. They're saying to let it go. If it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't bring you happiness, if it doesn't bring you good health, if it doesn't have that positive vibe to it, it's time to let it go. It's time to let go anything that does not have that happiness with you. Now is the time, is what they're saying. So that's going to be also part of the turn of the year. So remember to go through some things and help yourself out as far as that way. So hopefully that explains a little bit of what's going on. Now we have Michelle. Miss Michelle. Yes. Miss Michelle is up next. And then I'll pick up the next three after that. Yes, Brolic, no worries. All right, let me just get these a little bit going here. So we have Michelle. Oh, okay. That one did shuffle, right? Hopefully, Nikki, you understood that. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, Iwas. Okay, we have a couple upside down here. All right, so the first one that we're actually talking about is Iwa. Now, Iwa actually looks like a Z. It's talking about the tree of life, which I call Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is actually the tree of life. It's actually connected to the other 7 major dimensions. It's where Odin gets his knowledge and gives up his eye as far as learning the ability to do the runes. That's what Yggdrasil actually is. So we're talking about magic, daydreaming. We're talking about pretty awesome situations coming in towards you. So we're talking about new beginnings, the tree of life. This is an expansion of things that you've been working on. Okay. So, and again, mystic, they're saying magic. So this has to do with your gifts, expanding, opening up. So things are going in the right direction, which is really awesome. But we have a couple of upside down runes. Okay. Now we have, that's not the one I want. Yes, this is now this is the next one, but unfortunately this one is upside down. But this is actually a good thing for you. All right, because they're saying that the shadow work that you have done is something that has been completed. You've done a lot of work in the shadow work. Keith talks about it a lot. I'm using Keith's terms. Sorry. Oops. So, but what you're doing is you've done a lot of work in the background, getting rid of all of those negative feelings and things that have built up behind you, like that. It's like that monkey on your back, the bones in your closet, or everybody's got bones in their closet. Okay, so pretty much you've gotten rid of a lot of that, and you've learned to forgive yourself and others for those situations, which is really, really awesome. Now you have the power rune, but the power is a little upside down right now. Okay, so you have Uros. Now Uros is the primal creator, the force, and the gateway. So right now the gateway is blocked. Okay, so we need to find out why the gateway is blocked, which is why I decided today we needed to have 2 decks. So let's find out what's going on and try to figure out why the gateway, why the power is waning a bit It could be that you need to ground. I'm not exactly sure. All right. So what they're recommending that you do is to actually summon the energy. And that, to me, that suggests that you need to do a little bit of grounding in order to help build up that energy. Allow that energy to come in towards you, okay? And again, yeah, see, you have a lot. You have, you're dealing with a lot of this. This is the earth, the air. Yeah, you have a lot of earth. They're suggesting also have a lot of threes around you. A lot of threes. They're recommending, especially at this time of the year, it might be a little cold, but it, depending on where you live, try to get your feet out there in the grass, do some grounding, send down anything that you need recycled, pick back up anything that you need to help yourself. So they're suggesting, and again, go to that, thank you, go to that place that helps recharge you. I'm seeing a running river. So I'm not sure if you have moving water around you or a running river, but I'm definitely seeing running water. And I don't mean turn the faucet on and that's not going to help. It literally has to be outside. That's going to help move the rest of it out of your way. And that's going to help open up the gateway that you need opened up. Hopefully you can understand that. And I've got spirits in this room right now. This is such a fun day. Ocean, good. Good. Go to the water. Definitely go to the water. Moving water with the tides coming in is usually best. Or when the tide's going out, if you need to get rid of something, if you need to build the energy in, bring it in. I find the ocean extremely soothing to me as well. All right, so we're going to skip Howie unless he asks for a reading. Now we have a Barolik, and then we have Kelly Carell. And let's see who else. And then Kendra Maydad. So, Brolik, you are So this is what we're going to do here. So if anybody else has had that weird experience, oh my God, that was just, it's not weird. It's just, I've always felt the slight shift, but this is something that's a little stronger. So let me shuffle up for Brolik here. Let me shuffle up. Yeah, I go to Fort Phoenix and Fairhaven. It seems to be very tranquil for me, and that's how I get rid of a lot of the stuff. Low tide is great for getting rid of stuff. Send it out with the tide. If you need the energy to come in, go as the tide's coming up. So that's pretty cool. All right, Mr. Brolik over on YouTube, you are up, my dear. Let's see what we got going on. We're combining runes and another deck today. Anybody else that's had that really weird experience, definitely let me know, because that was just, it was so weird. Oh, Othello is upside down. Thurizas is right upside down. Gable is upside down. All right, so let's find out what's going on. Your ancestor, okay? We're dealing with prosperity as a little upside down at the moment. So what's happening right now is there could be a little bit of a loss of like inheritance, prosperity, finances. So they need you to keep an eye on what's happening financially for you right now. Excuse me, my throat. So keep an eye of what's going on financially. Don't overspend unless it's a necessity right now. So something is coming that they need you to save for something right now. But the next rune that we have is a Thurizaz. Now, Thurizaz, of course, that was Othello. That was Othello. Now, Thurizaz, what we're talking about right here is Thor. Thurizaz is Thor. This talks about reincarnation, which means rebirth of something from the past, okay? It also talks about strength. It also talks about, it talks about protection, regeneration, polarity, the way things are moving. Okay, so you are protected on the way things are moving. So what it's saying is, as far as Othello, be careful with your finances, but everything is actually going to start moving in the right direction for you, because we're moving. We have that Thor energy. We have that protection. We have that rebirth. So it's like getting new life into an old business. That would be reincarnation as far as finances are concerned. And for some reason, yours seems to be a little focused on finances. Okay. The only thing you're not going to have is Gabo is divine interaction. This is all going to be on you. It's something that you need to plan, you need to do. And when they're talking about divine interaction, it could be assistance from anybody around you. You're not going to get that. You need this to come directly from you as an individual. You have the ability, you have the knowledge, you have the insight, okay, to handle this. So this is going to be something that is coming in. I'm going to shuffle the other deck and get a little bit more insight into the other things. Yeah, it's the yin and yang that's actually happening. You're not seeing everything is what they're saying. So there's pieces in the vision, almost like spots. There's pieces in this that you're not actually seeing. It's like watching a fuzzy thing come forward and then finally form. But it's something that you need to focus on. But you do have the energy to do this, which is something that's pretty cool. So they're recommending that you refocus, okay, and don't rely on other people's visions, other people's thoughts. This needs to be something that comes directly from you, from your instincts, from your knowledge, and from situations that you have dealt with. So make sure that you check, double check, recheck everything before you do spend, because they're recommending that you wait. But you do have that awesome reincarnation coming. So if this is a small business venture or something that you've been looking to get into, this is definitely the time to do it. So this is going to be awesome. This is definitely going to be awesome. And hopefully you did understand that. We're going to shuffle up again. And I think before Kendra, we had Miss Kelly Jean Kelly. We have you up next. And we're doing the runes, which I seem to be very connected to lately. Deck form is easier than throwing crystals on your desk and praying they don't go all over the place. Easy to do when you're divining for yourself, because you can take your time and focus a little bit more. But yeah, this is definitely easier for me to do it like this. So, oh my God, I love the energy of that picture of yours I seen on Facebook. That was awesome. I liked the energy. It was a good energy. Okay, we have Thurizas, Tiwas, and Dagu. Okay, so Thurizas is slightly upside down. Ooh, that's not always good. But we're going to find out what it is. So what they're saying right now, Thurizas is, again, it has to do with Thor, protection. So there is something happening right now where they're saying we don't have that protection. We don't have that rebirth, restart coming. Right now, what you see is what you get, is what they're actually saying. You shook in, honey. What you see is what you get for that particular thing. This is something that was meant to be. Thank you very much. Oh, that's what it is. Some of the things that you have been through has to do with a lesson that you needed to learn in order to help in the future. I don't know why, but sometimes we have to do that. There's certain things that I've been through that helped me or created who I am today. And that's the way that it is, unfortunately. But the next one we have is Tiwas. Now, Tiwas is good. It's victory. So what you've been working on, okay, we're talking Tiwas is the masculine rune, and it has to do with warriors, okay? Now, when we are fighting and we have that masculine energy and we have that victory back in the day, yes, there were both male and female Vikings actually fighting towards, whatever they were doing. It's sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but hey, that's the way it goes. So we have Tiwas coming in. So we have this warrior, even though you have the Thurizas upside down, we have Tiwas coming in where that warrior energy is coming out, that victory. So it's not fight or flight, it's there's going to be victory in what it is that you've been fighting for. So it's almost like they're telling me you're going to receive the answers you've been looking for. There was like a piece to the puzzle missing again, but these are the answers that will be coming in that you're looking for. We're going to have that victory for what you have been fighting for such a long time, which is a really awesome situation. Now we have a little bit of down happening with you right now. You're heading into a little bit of a down spiral. And again, this time I'm talking emotions because we have Dagas. Now, Dagas deals a lot with the dawn, brightness, sunshine, energy, deals with all those particular things, and also your intuition and the light within. Now, unfortunately, this one is upside down right now. So they're saying, what they're actually saying for you right now is this could be a little bit of downward, like a little bit of slight depression. I don't have any of that. So, and again, it could be a depression, it could be a lull, it could be feeling out of place, it could be, oh my God, I'm tired of battling type situation. Let's see, rose quartz, rhodonite, those are really good to help boost you up. If you need a little insight for your intuition, lapis lazuli is really good to help with the intuitive part. But if you're looking with something with self, you want that self-love, you can deal with the green energy as well as far as the crystals. Wear a green color to help build yourself up. That'll actually help as well as far as clothing. But the crystals, the two that I had, a sunstone is another one. Thank you. Somebody just said sunstone. I'm listening to those in the background. Talisman, a talisman to help you through this. They're saying to add it to the bag. I have no idea what that means. Add it to the bag. All right, so let me get this going on here and see what's happening here. All right, I'm adding these. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot actually happening and coming in, and sometimes there are certain things coming in towards you and you're like, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. And again, you have the water, goddess of water. So what you're dealing with is exactly what's happening right here. This is the emotional aspect of what's going to be coming in. So there is water coming in here. Now, this water is more of a stagnant type water. It's not moving in the direction that we want to see it move into. So what they're saying is that sometimes we just need to release in order to be able to move forward. Excuse me, I belched. But rose quartz, self-love, rhodochrosite also helps with self-love and love of others. Especially if rose quartz isn't a powerful one for you. Golden healer does work a little bit as well. That is something else that can actually help you in that aspect. So hopefully you did understand that, Miss Jean Kelly. Miss Jean Kelly. Then we have Miss Kendra Maynard and then Rune. Oh. Yeah, we got a slow night here so we can take our time, which is awesome. So let's see. We have Miss Kendra Maynard. So Miss Kendra, we're going to do some runes on you today to see what's actually happening. I'm kind of liking these a little bit better. Good. You're welcome, hon. I'm always here. You know that. All right. Let's see what we got going on for Miss Kendra Maynard. Ooh, Tiwaz, right side up. Awesome. And Zeus, right side up. Oh, Gabo, no. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Okay. First one we're actually dealing with is Tiwaz. Tiwaz, victory, warrior, masculine energy. So there's a lot of fighting coming on. There's going to be victory for something that you have been fighting for, whether it has to do with ancestors or, whether it has to do with family or, and I'm not really getting business, but there is something that you've been fighting for and you're going to actually start receiving it. It's going to come in. So this battle that you've been putting up with in order to get the right things to happen, it's almost like, it's like a nurse And again, I get these weird analogies for what's happening, so I'm just going to go with it because I'm channeling runes right now. So what we're dealing with is if you were a nurse in an emergency room, you're going to pretty much have the answers. Like, you're going to be able to help. That goes there, this goes here, that goes there, get this for that, get that for that. So all the answers and the battles and all the information that you had is going to just be coming into, so you're going to have the right direction that you will have. Now, Zeus, again, we're talking Odin, we're talking our ancestors, we're talking, the gods or your spiritual side. That's also going to be very strong. So I'm seeing that your energy level, your spiritual level is something that's going to be on the uprise, which is really a good way to go. Now, the next rune that we're actually talking about right now is Gabo. Now, Gabo is unfortunately in the upside down position. So, and again, there's going to be no divine intervention or divine energy, divine miracle that's coming in to help you. So, but look at it this way, in retrospect, what this actually means is everything you accomplished is just you. Your energy, your knowledge, everything that you accomplished is you. It's divine energy, a divine force that is helping you. It is everything that you have done along the way that's actually going to help you out. So let's take another look to see what's actually happening here. Okay. Meditate is what they're saying. If you have time, take that time to be able to meditate. And there is a lot of honesty around you as well. So people are not willing to tell you false information because they know that you have the knowledge to be able to decipher it. It's like, for some reason, you have this like lie detector type thing going on with yourself. So you have that ability to be able to do that. Which is going to help you a great deal. So hopefully you understand that, because sometimes I don't understand what I'm saying. I just tell you what they're saying. So hopefully that helped out. Now we have Rune. We have a slow night, which is awesome. But that was a really cool thing. Sometimes it's good to actually have a slow night. So, all right. So let's see what we got going on for Rune Code here. And anybody else after Rune, if you'd like a reading, I do have time for another one. And if not, we can get back into our, oh my God, things feel weird topic. All right, so we got Rune happening here. All right, who do we got? Okay. Woohoo, Langoose. All right. Langoose, Dagas, and Isa. So, all right. First one, Langoose. Okay? Lagoose. Actually, it's Lagoose. So, Lagoose, in this particular rune, like we're dealing with water. We're dealing with life renewal. And that's what water represented back then to the ancient Vikings. Water represented life. So we're talking about living renewal. So there is a renewal coming in for you. So this is new energy, new thoughts, new ideas, a whole new way of doing things. And this is basically life, this energy coming in for you. So we are dealing with a renewal of things that you have had in the past are actually coming towards you. Ask my sexy man. So this is a whole brand new thing coming in towards you, and it's not negative, it's good. So you need to start getting there. Jot down these ideas, because these are things that are actually going to be coming into you. But and again, when we have Degas in an upside down position, I always recommend that people do get those crystals with you. Okay. And again, I'm big on crystal energy, or whatever it is that brings you up, brings you joy. You need to have that with you around this time. Now, these are all like weekly type reads. Okay. Because we do have that renewal, that rejoicing energy actually coming in, which is good. But for some reason, there's like a slight downward spiral. And again, We're dealing with not just emotions, but other things around you as well. Because Dagus has to deal with dawn. So we're not dealing with dawn, we're dealing with night because it's upside down. So we are dealing with night. We're not dealing with intuition. We're dealing with misinformation. Okay. So this is something that we have. And again, that little light that you have within you that shines, this is something that is almost like sometimes it comes in a form of like a slight depression, a slight downward spiral, not feeling confident in yourself, not judging yourself more than others. Don't judge you. We judge ourselves more than anybody else. So, but don't forget to recharge them too, cleanse them and charge them. The next one we have talking about right now is Isa. I like Isa. Isa, good. I know. I feel like I've been watching too many weird movies with too many sound effects. Where we're dealing with is cosmic coherence. What does that mean? It means that you're finally, and again, a lot of us finally get what I like to call that aha moment. So you're finally going to get it. You're finally going to understand, okay, this is why I'm here. This is why I have to do this. This is the direction I'm heading into. All right. I know where to go to do this. I know where to go to do that. Everything is just going to fall into place. And it's all going to fall into place in a positive direction. And sometimes when Dagos is upside down, that's removing that we didn't need in our head anymore. We needed it gone. So we needed to warn it one more time to get rid of it, to make room for voila, Isa, which is good. You're the first one to actually get Isa today, which is really good. So that's a really good energy that's coming in for you. It's your life purpose. It's your life's energy. It's your direction. It's everything that is going to be on the higher upswing. So we have that awesome energy coming in. And again, that's ice. That's something that's solid. When ice comes in, it's solid. It's there. Ice is hard to punch and to break without breaking your hands, okay? So that's a really cool thing. Let's flip over a couple of more. Good. A lot of focus, a lot of energy, okay? Stop feeling invisible. You are not invisible. Everybody around you appreciates you for who you are, and that is something you need to know. But sometimes in life, as we go through it, as moms work and all these other things, we do feel invisible, and it's like, hey, where's dinner? Not, hey, where's mom? You know, it's like, oh my God, there's no gas in the car. As people forget to do that as well. So we have that coming in. The thing that they want you to try to do, and it's going to help you with this one, is they want you to deflect anything negative. They don't want you to absorb that. Deflect it, get rid of it. Just like, boom, put on your Wonder Woman cuffs, girl, and start getting into that stuff. Just do that. Huh. I know I'm a weirdo. Having been in the dark of the soul, getting up into the light again. Yes, definitely carry my bag at all times. Just charge them. Awesome. So that is going to be a very positive thing coming in towards you. So, oh my goodness, I think that was everybody that's in here today. But we had that. I had that weird situation happening, which is just, it's so weird. You know what? I didn't read myself, and you can divine runes. So let's see what happens. So, but all these weird changes, like, I know this is my house. I know this is my I know this is where I'm supposed to be, and these are my possessions. These are my things, but it's like it's not home anymore. There's another place where my soul or my spirit calls home. It's so weird. It really is. So let's see. Yeah, it's actually 8:55, 5 minutes left. But yeah, I started chatting. Ooh, I got Ingas, Aligas, and Fayu. Ingwa. All right, so my runes, let's see what my runes say, and if I can actually interpret them correctly, which is good. We're talking a true love, magic, and harmony. See, That's my man. That's my man. That's my man coming in. Sure, Velma, we can do that for you. So that's my man. That's my energy. He's basically the light of my life. He really keeps me going and makes me wanting to best myself for the best I can. I've been fighting that feeling since 2020 myself. Yeah, it's been really difficult. The next one I do have in my deck is Heligas. Now, Heligas is one that I do have to look up. Hold on here. Heligas, air, transformation. Oh my God. So me and my man going to be transforming into something positive, and it's divine intervention because we're talking Theyu. Now, Theyu is not the god rune. Theyu is the wealth. Wow. This is the second time Joni mentioned something about wealth. Now I've got the runes, the Theyu, which is the cattle rune. That's what they did back then. Cattle meant wealth. If the more cattle you had, the wealthier that you were, because you could feed your family for a long time. So that is the second time I've actually seen that. Wow. Okay, I desperately need to play these numbers. All right, see, Velma, we'll do you right now. We have time, and then after that, we'll call it an awesome night. Hopefully that helps, Renee. If you're feeling really low sunstone, or switch over to the rhodochrosite that has a bit of a higher vibrational energy, that'd be something that would help us as well. All right, let's see what we got going on here for Velma. Velma. Okay. All right. So what we are talking about here is your protection room. This is Elgus, which I know there's no O in this, but it's Elgus is what we're talking with. That's the first rune that's coming in. We're dealing with protection, divine protection, sanctuary. So I'm seeing that you are very well, safe, and protected in the area that you're in, which is really good, except we have a couple of upside down runes. So the first upside down rune has to do with fire. Okay, that's Kenizaz. Now, Kenizaz deals with knowledge. So you are missing a piece of knowledge. And instead of fire, we're dealing with ice. Okay, so you're not receiving the correct information for something that is coming towards you. So you need to really fine-tune this and check this information. And I'm going to double check these with the other deck as well. But I want to take a look at the last room, which is Now These. Now These also deals with needs, functions, and shadow work necessities. They're saying that the necessities are not being met. Okay, so your necessities are not being met, and you also have that lack of knowledge. These two are actually upside down. But the first rune, okay, the first rune, oh, what's the first rune? Oh, there it is. There we go. So in the first rune that you're actually talking about is the only one that was actually right side up. So the knowledge is what it is that you're missing right now. You're missing the knowledge, and you're also missing that necessities, our needs, things we need to function in everyday life. That is, they're saying that needs to take priority over everything else. That's priority number one for you right now. When those priorities are met, then we look at other things. Focus on the necessities first. Do little by little is what they're saying. I don't know if you're talking about a major purchase. I don't know if this is a major purchase for a house, a move, a transfer of business, but piecemeal it in, okay? One piece at a time, and you will have success, okay? Because I am seeing that the success card is actually coming out for that. Hopefully you did understand that, honey. And that's my new rune oracle cards, which make it easier than throwing crystals all over my desk. It's like, yeah, okay. All right, guys. So that's another episode of Bag of Nuts, because, you never know. I mean, and think about this. When we shift into a different earth, How many of your people that you know, your soul tribe, are coming with you? If they're coming with you, then you're in the right soul tribe, right? So who did I have? I had Howie that felt the shift. My man felt the shift. I felt the shift. A few others of you felt the shift. So that's the soul tribe coming with us. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen next because we're not done yet. We have more coming. More and more and more coming, guys. Don't forget Joni tomorrow. Okay. Mystery behind the scenes with the awesome astrology queen is what I like to call her. She talks ascending, her first house, north node, south node. I have no idea what she's talking about. I think in order for me to translate her, I got to get an Astrology for Dummies book. Yep, that'll help. So you guys have an awesome, awesome night. And I need to sit in front of a fan because it's really hot in here. And I want to say peace and I love you guys. And don't forget, Friday is Beacon in the Dark. I think this Saturday is the on for Paranormal Outlaws. And then we have G-Force, of course, and the Orion Effect. And then we have, let's see, first Tuesday of every month is Mystic Mayhem. Let's see. Crazy Cat Lady Poetry will be back soon. Mr. Howie Odell is every other week, bi-weekly on the What's Going Down. We have the Otter's Den, Mr. Keith Ottersberg on the Otter's Den, and Taboo Topics. Don't forget to stay tuned to the Rift Nation Network. Like, subscribe, and follow to all of the channels to find awesome shows. And as always, guys, if you moving to what? I don't know. So if you would like to get a hold of any of the hosts, just send a message over to riftnationnetwork@gmail.com and we will make sure that right host gets it, or you can send a message via Facebook. Peace.